you most often use your relic for.
Oh.
Whenever you use it with tags from this theme, it is dynamite. So I assume, because the times that I've been using it to, I don't know, summon ghosts or stuff like that, has that been changed the game?
That's usually been changed to the game that you're rolling, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
now
fine.
you've
So
upgraded
that's the
it.
core move, I thought. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So
definitely
essentially, if
good.
I change the game with any of the themes from that, any of the power tags from that theme, then it becomes dynamite, I think.
Nice. And now that the character sheets
Cool.
have been fixed, you can totally click the dynamite button to have it come out in the text on your character sheet.
Oh,
I'm probably never gonna learn why it is not working for me.
right. Yeah, it's the little dynamite symbol on the power roll, isn't it?
Yep, that's exactly it.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. You're right. It was missing before, wasn't it? Yeah, I was reading through all the improvements, and there's one path where it sends you down a real rabbit hole. It says, you know, choose something that best choose another power that represents how you use your power or relic or whatever, and then the improvement from that is choose something from one of the other powers. So it's like, cool, this is confusing.
Yep, unless
It's
you
like
like
maybe
branch
next
out.
time. Yeah. Good. Didn't you have an improvement as well, Neil?
Yes, I do, but I kind of forgot about it.
Oh,
So I'm kind of
Is Rico going to be doing it on the run?
hope not. Actually, taking a look at this, my attention is a crew theme. Which one did we pick again?
Dabblers in the Mist.
Uh,
Oh, what? Sorry,
no, not.
What?
I have
Our
No to
last
the Other World and Friends in the Mist. I didn't know which one we chose.
Friends in the Mist.
Friends in the Mist. Okay. So.
Yeah. So ours should be empathic connection, guidance of a strange mystic, divine intervention, tight like that, and friends in the mist.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Does anybody hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you, buddy. Yeah, loud and clear.
Good.
So yeah, for
Good.
Rupert, make sure on your Dabblers in the Mist you do have the new Friends in the Mist power tag.
Remind me what that.
What's that?
Remind me what it does. Does that give us some connections, like supernatural connections? Is that right?
Yep, yeah, that was I believe during the chat it was because you guys have made more connections out there. You realize that there's more rifts out there. There's crazy shit out there. So you now have as a group, as Dabblers in the Mist, you have more friends out there than just that creepy hobo that lives behind the club. Creepy hobo who's always
who
there.
may or may not.
Yeah.
Who may or may not be Odin. Yes.
Who is always escorted by two very dark pigeons and two stray dogs. And walks with a broken curtain rod. as one does.
Fair enough.
I mean, let's be honest. He probably just wants you guys
Well,
to be big damn heroes.
yeah. Of course it does.
That's what the
According to
world
my
needs.
session notes, this is session 19.
That does sound about right.
Yeah. Oh, what was that?
Can you post what the definition of Friends in the Mist is so we know how to use it?
Well, there's no real. That's the beauty, because like in the Fate system, it's meant to be slightly obscure. So as the conditions come up, you tell me how you're using it when you tag it. So it could totally be, hey, we're chasing a guy that jumped into a cab. Well, I'm gonna tag Friends in the Mist, and the little North squirrel Ratatask happens to run out of the park in front of the cabbie that we're chasing, and it stops the cab. So remember, when you use the tags, you sell us on what's happening for it. So obscure is in your favor for stuff like that.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn off my fish tank because I think I can actually hear it in the background. So, what are you guys planning for your next step? Remember the blue peppermint candies that apparently do trippy things and give riffs their heart's desire? But for some reason, never a second time except for that one super douchey DJ that King really, really likes. That was sarcasm, by the way.
Yes. Screw that guy. It's tough to get my head around the big picture at the moment. I think.
The worst part is Hans.
Yeah, because we left it where Hans has what?
Hans now has some of King's music that he's added to his DJ thing, just to piss King off.
Yeah, sampling me. Yeah. Yeah, because we kind of left it. My notes say basically the music kind of screeches to a halt, and then I chase after the girl that says she was looking for Prince Charming, and I'm convinced that her name is Jill. I try and convince her that Rico, or Jack, is her destiny, but I mess up the role, and the music stops. She hugs me and tells everyone that I am now her boyfriend.
Yes.
Oops, sorry, Rico, it says in my notes.
I am okay with this.
Yeah, well. And then it says Hans seems to have a run of success, but others who have taken the drug, presumably, multiple times seem to disappear.
That's something that you come up, like the little Rat King dude that just found his heart's desire down in the sewers, an old subway tunnel that led to like a palatial transfer station that's been abandoned.
Yeah.
Yep.
And remember when someone did DNA analysis, they found a human rat boy's DNA in it. In the candy. And all of a sudden, the club rave scene was all lights flashing, people hopping, DJ doing his thing, and everyone's looking at King right now, who's got this young thing clutching onto him, saying, "My boyfriend." As remember upstairs, the local gangsters, Rico totally knew that that's where the local muscle that's running things seems to be keeping their headquarters. And was totally saying, "Hey guys, let's go check this out." And then the drama unfolds.
And then the drama unfolded, yeah.
As literally you could hear a pin drop.
Balls.
I think that's the appropriate answer.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Well, this is awkward. Hello, me. It's the famous jazz trumpeter, King Komotsue. Yes. Thank you. Carry on, everyone. Carry on with your popular music for young people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And immediately, Hans is about to say something on his little microphone up there. Do me a favor, and as you're definitely trying to pull the spotlight off you almost forcibly. So, give me
Yeah.
a change the game or convince, and you tell
Oh,
me
right.
what you're tagging.
Okay. Change the game or convince. Yeah, I think. Hmm. Oh well, I'm a mesmerizing musician. Go for that.
Ooh, so
Uh,
you're gonna use your name, put your brand out there.
yep. I know what will make you happy. I think.
Ooh, you know how to play
Uh,
a crowd?
and music is the universal language, which is from the that's from the Last Trumpet, isn't it? So if I do a change the game,
Would you prefer to
uh,
do a change the game than a convince?
convince. I, I don't. Yeah, I think I would because that's dynamite now.
Yep. You
If
want to
I've
try that
used
new
a tag
powerhouse?
from, yeah, yeah, why not? Yeah, do a bit of flexy flex.
Are you totally
Uh,
gonna whip your
yeah,
trumpet out and complete and continue the tempo of the song?
yeah, why not? Yeah, yeah, come on, I'm gonna
Okay.
smash it. Uh,
Holding the girl, and whipping out your horn.
yep. Whoa, dude. I didn't think it was that kind of part. But yeah. Right. So, okay, change the game. And do I just click the dynamite thing first?
Yep. Click the dynamite thing, and you'll have dynamite with a whole
Uh,
bunch of power behind it.
okay, let's do it. What did we get?
Oh, and on top
Oh,
of that,
seriously? Who throws a shoe?
oh.
This w-
So,
this was this was exactly what happened last session, isn't it? Okay. Oh crap. Can checked and wanted attention. Oh, thanks for that, Jim. Yeah, I didn't see that. Well done.
so what exactly do you do? Is Hans started to have a furrowed brow, and then all of a sudden you pull out your horn and you continue the riff that everyone screeched the record on and made total
Yeah.
silence. As obviously you whip out the horn and you add to the cadence of the rave music. In some magical way, your
Yes.
horn is making sounds that a horn should not make.
Should
But
not make. Yeah.
but with the Drug Island
Um.
fan base, it's working perfectly.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'll do that, and I don't know whether I can kind of move away from the girl and go. So what happens to the kind of spotlight and the rest of the music? Does it carry on, or is it completely stopped?
So as soon as you do the horn, the record scrooches back to full blow, and all of a sudden the
Right.
dancers start dancing to your tempo. Basically, the party is back on. King has totally used his machismo and his magic horn to totally turn the party back on. You are actually adding to the ambiance and energy of the rave.
Right. Okay.
You're
So
making Hans
basically, I've
lots of
kind of
money.
given him an advantage. Yeah, I
So
see your
you
point.
have 3 power that you can use there. Is there anything specific you're wanting to use that boost for?
Right. Okay. What can I do with those? Can I add
You
them
could
to a story tag or something? What?
you could totally create a story tag like the king is here, and all of a sudden you become the VIP at the party. You could go with you could, if you wanted to hurt Hans, you could burn the tag here of the party, kind of like what you accidentally did. You could totally steal his thunder, you know. You could scale up the effect of turning this into a manic, baklava party. You could basically make your horn subtle and put it back in your coat Highlander style and walk away. Or you could come up with something cool
Yeah,
for a 3 power tag.
I think I think what I'd want, certainly if Rico has kind of got an opportunity to investigate, I think I would like something that allows him to do that unhindered. And if that means attention is on me, or if something happens my end, do you know what I mean?
So
I don't know whether
you
you
want
could
to be a decoy.
suggest anything, Neil. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe.
I
'Cause
think that
what
I
did
need
what?
to. Well, while you keep the attention on you, I'm going to sneak off, scout around, see if there's a way in there, into that office above that isn't under watch.
Look at
Okay,
Rico on
so
point here.
I don't know whether I could create a story tag of center of attention
Perfect. Yeah.
just to give him an advantage. Yeah. Is that? Do I put that on a tracking card, or do
You
you
would
just have it? What? How?
totally put it on a status card for you on your character sheet. So center of attention, or as I liked, the king is here. As
The king is here.
immediately,
Yeah, I like that.
as immediately, like one of the local guys who's the bouncers there totally clears off a table of people and tells them to get the hell out of here. And he's like, "King, this is your table." Immediately, you're given a VIP
Excellent.
seat. And your poor girlfriend is left behind with her girlfriend squealing that King is my boyfriend.
God. Okay. And is that a 3 power?
That is status 3. Yep.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So
Good.
on the status card,
Okay. And
it's
do
the
I?
3rd tick, not the number 3, by the way.
Oh
When you look
yes,
at
of
the
course. Yeah.
statuses, you'll see that they've got ticks and then they've got the numbers. It's 3 ticks, which is 2 plus 1, basically. So it's good for
Yeah.
2 dice. Is
I'm just trying
anytime
to make.
you throw off the I am the king.
I'm just trying to make. Right. Okay. You have to click each one individually. Yes.
Yep, you got to build them up.
Yeah.
As you know, the
Okay.
party is
Cool.
going, the music is thumping. As King says, air quote music. But you totally joined in with it. Hans is totally cool with it. He's like, "King is in the house," and he points over to your table, and all the lights
Excellent.
like spin instantly on your table. So there's this kaleidoscope
Yep.
of different colored lights. As immediately some cute
Cool.
little redhead with some gang colors showing sits down at the table next to you and pours some Grey Goose vodka for you. That's what the club kids drink, right?
Cool. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I will try and. Yeah, if there are opportunities for me to join in with it and just try and keep attention on me, if Rico can do his thing. So really, I don't know whether I don't know. Do my power tags, will they assist Rico? How does that work mechanically?
So if you want, you basically as being the center of attention, you can use that card to help him with anything. Like say you want to talk to the manager, you could totally pull people out of the office where Rico wants to go if that's what he's wanting to do. It all depends on what
Yeah.
Rico's doing.
Okay. Let's see what Rico does then. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Great.
Okay, and as all the lights are on King and there's people coming up and they're patting you in the back and wanting to shake your horn and they're like, "This is the horn." You sense your business will recover from the DJ douchebag's business enterprise that's been taken from your business
Oh yes,
because
that's right.
you came
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
he came to your club, so you came to his club.
Yes. True. Yeah. Yeah. I made a bit of a dick of myself in my own club, but
And
no,
and the best part is
I can
he
be
is totally cool with you. With that dynamite, he's like,
good.
"Hey, cool. Turnabout's fair play. I
Yep.
gotta respect the guy who took it on the chin and came to my house and joined in my music." sadly, you totally know that
Great.
riff you pulled
Yeah.
off with your horn will be part of his act forever and a day. Unaccredited, of course.
Good. Well, yeah, that's fine. I can live without royalties.
So as
I'm a
the
musician, not a businessman.
it's all about the music, not the money.
Go on.
So as the spotlight flies over to what Rico is doing, what are you doing, Rico? You saw the stairs that go up to
Okay.
the little security door where obviously the powers that be that are running the show here.
Okay. So I am going to let's see. Sorry, my cat suddenly decided to jump on my desk and caught me off guard.
Because cat.
Yes, because cats. God damn it.
Because cats can totally see into the mist.
Let's see here. How do I approach this? Take a look around. This used to be a warehouse, right?
Yep, it's totally a warehouse.
So,
Some folks did some great
but
job, spray painting tags everywhere to make it look all club chic.
yeah. However, because this is a warehouse, I am assuming that this warehouse still has power of some sort. So I'm going to look around and see if I can figure out how they're piping power into this place. If I'm right, there should be some sort of piping with electrical wiring running through.
Okay, I
And
can totally just give you
follow that.
you see the industrial style breaker boxes, with the big handles, kind of like
Yeah.
haphazardly the wires running loose, like someone just threw this shit together the last minute. That goes and
Hmm.
then hits the box with the two shutoffs that break the breakers, and then kind of
Hmm.
wiring kind of hangs loosely on hooks about every 10 feet that spreads power to all the ridiculous lights that are up on the catwalk like frameworks that they have up there for the club lights.
Okay.
So it
So
would be
there's got
easy
to
to turn the
be.
lights off if you needed to.
I'm not looking to turn the lights off. I figure if I follow the power cables, there's probably ladders and catwalks above all this that they use to wire the place,
Ooh, okay.
and see if there's a second way into that office through there.
Okay, let's find out. Give me a investigate. And I'm going to give you 1 minus because of the energy in the place. It's a little distracting
Okay.
as you look up at the lights and the lights blast in your face.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to tag technical troubleshooting.
Because Rico knows how to run these lights. He knows how to throw
And
electrical together in a pinch.
hardworking man. That's weird. So I tagged those two, but my pluses did not
Remember, I did
go
put a
up.
-1 on there.
Oh, okay, yeah. There we
So you
go.
should
Power
probably
of
only
1.
see a
That
total of
that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it gets very confusing, doesn't it? Yeah.
1.
Yep. Okay. So that adds up. Okay. And you said investigate, right?
Yep. As you're
Okay.
totally looking for a back door into this office.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you totally see exactly what type of back door you're looking for. Because, yes,
Oh,
you
well
totally
done.
found it.
Cool.
Great stuff, dude.
I'm
And
so
here I was going
I'm
to make it jinky
going
and
to look for
dangerous.
Rupert real fast.
Okay. So as you totally look and you see the access ladder that's totally concealed by the light's shadow right now, because yeah, they don't light
Mhm.
that stuff up. You
Yeah.
totally turn around and scan the crowd, and where is Rupert right now?
Oh yeah, good old group.
Is Rupert explaining the use of drugs to some of the local drug-addled teens in the rave?
He may be
Um,
teaching them how to
no,
optimize those drugs for
no,
maximum
no.
experience.
Rupert is digging in one chemistry manual very intensely. He is busy with an idea he want. He can't even formulate in words.
There you are standing under
Okay.
the one good
In the middle
light
of
in
this
this
massive
building.
rave.
That's like the line to the bathrooms. All these gals are saying, "Excuse me, are you in line?" And you're reading your book in the light, going, "It's the only decent light in this whole place."
Oh man.
Yes, exactly.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Rupert doesn't even notice things going on around him.
Okay.
Rico, you
I'm
totally
going to
spot him
approach
over
Rupert.
there.
Okay. I got to make my way to Rupert.
Okay, so you kind of go through the ebb and flow of the crowd to get to him.
Yep. Rupert.
Oh, Rico, yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
How are you?
Um, I found another way up to. I think I found another way up to the office to find out what's going on behind the scenes. Um, and I'm going to
Oh,
point. I'm going to point out the where the power breakers are.
Okay.
Okay, Rupert, focus.
would you remind me what was going on? I forgot everything.
Yeah, apparently someone in here is dispensing drugs to that will help the normals see people like us.
Oh,
Um,
that's too bad. Yeah. So what do you want from
uh,
me? How can I help?
I'm not
Um,
sure that's
King?
quite
okay,
right, is it? Forgive me,
it,
sorry,
it
Neil.
may not be right, but
Is is
I
is
Oh
is
right,
King
yeah.
so
But you can tell Rupert whatever. Yeah, fair
is
enough.
is King next to us?
no.
No,
So
I'm at a table
so no
being
speaking.
pampered.
King no
Yeah,
speaking with Rupert.
yes.
Okay.
Look, um, I don't know what's going to happen. I may get caught, and if that happens, go over there to the circuit breaker and kill all the light and kill all the power.
Oh, that's
Kill
easy.
everyone. No.
Okay. Um,
Maybe I should do it right now.
no, no, no.
No.
I need that as my escape plan.
So and you are doing what?
I'm going to sneak up into the office and find out what I can about these drug dealers and their drugs.
Oh.
I'll bring you a sample if I can.
Oh, and where is King? What
And
is
a
he
dealer.
doing?
King is
And as soon as you say that, all the lights are pointing at King's table again, and you see where he is in the middle of the freaking club.
Oh.
Yeah,
He,
yeah. And
how
I'm
long?
probably by that time I'm probably stood on the table playing the trumpet in time with the sick beats that are going on.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Cool. I
How did
like
Oh
it.
he
yeah,
do
there he is.
that?
Oh, it's wild, isn't it?
Okay. So yeah, that's happening. Um. But yeah. Um.
I can see the look on your face now. Yeah, fine.
But yeah. Okay. So we can assume that King is safe and sound for now. Unless he breaks up with his girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
You know, if he breaks up with up with his girlfriend and it turns into a scene, yeah, that's another reason to kill the lights as well.
Oh, you mean the Snow Queen?
No, that
Doctor, how was she? I forgot her name.
no, not Dr. Knight.
Oh,
Her, that candy girl over there.
oh,
As just as you
Yeah,
say
apparently
that,
Yeah,
they're a
there was a
thing
girl,
too.
wasn't there?
the girl and her girlfriends who disappeared and conveniently are walking around these two guys talking in the ladies' line, going, "Oh my God,
Doctor.
King is my boyfriend."
I don't keep track of King's relationships.
Okay,
And
Rico. By the way, how will I learn that I have to switch off the lights?
He's asking for what's the signal?
Somebody throwing
oh,
you out of the window or what?
that gunfire,
Yeah.
something along those lines.
Rico getting pitched out of a second-story window. That's the signal.
Oh, that's making that's making me nervous.
Oh, you know what?
All right,
I would.
but if you don't have a better plan, okay. So I'm going to be next to the circuit breakers. All right.
Okay, thanks.
So you take like the one chair you found in this building and you take it over to the circuit breaker and sit down beneath it.
Yeah.
Oh
As I
boy.
keep looking for some techno pop music, and I'm finding all these game sounds that are not techno pop music.
And I'm pulling out again my chemistry
As soon
how
as
do you
you
call
do
it?
that, some guy comes up scratching
Textbook.
his arm and he goes, "Hey dude, are you the chemist? Do you have some snack for me?"
No, not today.
Do you know where I can get a
Oh.
fix?
I do it only every other day, never today.
I'll come find you tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day, right? Tomorrow.
Other day, other day, yes, not today.
The other day. All right. Cool. I'll tell my friends to find you on the other day. And he gives you this big wink. As you know, like a few seconds later, he turns around and does a circuit and goes, "Bro, is it the other day?"
No, it's today now.
And he kind of disappears off into the crowd.
Oh, you could have made a friend there. Bless him.
Hey,
Ah,
after
jeez.
Rupert's gone clean,
Ah, geez, I just realized something.
What's that?
We could have made a ton of money handing out placebos.
Here's some, limon. You think it's a drug, but it's just hanging on your lips.
No, it's like take some Kool-Aid powder and rub it on ice cubes and call it some newfangled drug. Okay.
Yes, and Rupert could change some chemical properties so it gives some temporary bliss.
Give them pop rocks and tell them if they hear bubbly sounds, that means it's working.
That would totally work.
Hey, people are high on the ambiance here. Placebo effect would totally work.
Yeah.
Oh, Rupert finally remembers what he was looking for. He's trying to figure out how to make people perceive music 10 times stronger.
Oh my God.
Than usually.
Oh.
What?
What?
You want to come up with a drug that helps people see sound?
And please tell me it's in gas form.
That sounds awesome.
that they would be influenced by music like more than a drug does.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay, so that sounds like a change the
So,
game. Is you totally are whipping out your chemistry set, and you're just like, I think I can make this place even cooler.
Yeah, I better
Even
get out of here
weirder.
before he makes this stuff.
and
Yeah,
I thought that with such a drug, uh, uh, um, feeding some soldiers this drug, King could use his trumpet to stop any fighting in a moment notice.
You play
Well,
some
I can
sexy
kind of
jazz,
do that
and everyone
already, but
starts cuddling.
No, this is kind of going down that
Until it gets to
story, the color of sound.
yeah,
Yeah,
until it gets to the drum solo, then everyone's in
I-
trouble.
I'm
So
gonna
Rupert,
sneak away.
as Rico's sneaking
will.
away, Rupert whips out his chemistry set. Give me a change the game, because this could always come in handy. I mean, what's the worst that happens? Is something bad happens and it
But
leaks out.
I'm not yet mixing things. I'm still studying my handbook
Okay, your idea mashing.
to find it out.
Oh no.
Just reading it.
So Rico, you totally see that little ladder that someone had a security padlock on it, so people couldn't just climb up the ladder. But that lock was cut long ago, and you totally convinced the one club kid to get off the ladder so you can climb up real quick. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, bro, it's a cool place to hang out. You can see everything."
Oh,
Cool.
And are you climbing
yeah, you
up
need to
said
do-
ladder? There's totally one of those little, the little access doors you see the ladders go up to that's about man size that has a special key your utility guys would use to open, which is conveniently in the door. So you would just have to crank the key to open the lock, and you could crawl into the office if you wanted, or just pop the door open to listen.
Yeah, I'm going to try to pop the. I'm going to try to pop the hatch and crawl into the office. Actually,
Okay.
yeah. Actually, let's crack. Yeah, let's pop the door open and take a look around to see what kind of cover there is.
Okay, so looks like an investigate or a sneak. Which do you think? Investigate.
I am going to go with sneak
Or
around.
sneak is you just ninja in there. Okay, so
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a sneak around. As you climb up there, you go click. It was barely locked. Somebody had already opened it and just barely locked it last time.
Yeah.
And I gotta admit, the music's not too bad. I blended 2 electronica tracks, and this is what's coming out.
Okay, so I am going to tag technical troubleshooting,
And I'm totally
uncanny parkour artist.
That's definitely a good one. I'm gonna give you a +1 for the. Oh,
and
we almost forgot to remove the -1. A +1 for the noise and the distraction. The fact that the window that these guys look out is vibrating with the music.
Wow. Okay, that's different. That's not up to safety standards. I'm also going to. I'm also going to tag temp worker. So,
ooh, damn.
If I get caught, I'm just going to come across as one of the backstage guys that helped set up the place.
You're +4. How can you fail? I know that's cruel of me to jinx it like that.
Watch
Yeah,
me.
I was gonna say.
How can I fail? How can I fail? Here, hold my beer.
I feel bad that I caused that.
Oh, seriously, dude?
The delay was the best part. Oh, I'm sorry.
Who
2
throws a
1s. 2 1s. As immediately you kind of roll through the entryway and you hit the ground to a crouch and you totally look like you're going to be diving for cover, and as soon as you do, you see a whole crew of guys talking about, a pile of candy on top of the table, as well as a bunch of other drugs piled up. We're talking bricks of drugs and stacks of money. And immediately when you drop down, you land on a table. And it feels very soft and cushiony as you thump into recliner position on bricks of some kind of white substance in some duct taped plastic bags. And immediately, like a room full of, because there's 8 thugs and someone in charge, all of them whip out with their little Saturday night specials, because it is the 80s, and point their pistols at you all at once.
I put up my hands. Whoa, hold on.
It's just trimming the verge.
I saw sparks.
And they just kind of all look at you, and they all do the head tilt almost at once. Their gang affiliation bandanas on either their leg, their arm, or their forehead all match perfectly. You totally know these are totally what would later be referred to as color gangs.
Yeah. Hold on. Just take a moment to think about it. Where there's sparks, there's going to be a fire. And where there's fire, things go up in smoke. Just here to fix it.
Oh, mate, all you need is one of them to go, did someone say fire? Fire!
And as you do that, a very, very attractive Latina woman with her hair shaved up really high, so she's got a mohawk. She's got that shaved on both sides look, with her affiliation tattoos are all under her hairline, so if she was to, say, grow her hair out, you couldn't see them. She totally comes over. She's wearing this shocking bright red leather pieces, like leather boots, leather corset, jeans that are ripped up in the right places. And she comes over and she basically moves the one guy's pistol out of your nose. And she comes up and says, "What do we have here? Little birdie come to roost in my office?" And she looks around at you sitting like you're in a recliner on the drugs.
No, Jefe. I got picked up in front of the Home Depot to help set up the lights and all.
Oh, Rico. Go ahead and give me a convince.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you a -1.
Okay. I'm going to tap temp worker, hardworking man.
You're playing
and
off
technical
that
troubleshooting.
You were a day laborer.
Yes.
Yeah, very good, cunning.
And
yes,
you
I am.
sense the existential dread in this very moment. And
yes,
don't
I do.
forget, with that miss, you can totally hit one of your attentions if you haven't already hit it.
What was that?
Oh, because you rolled a miss, you got attention on one of your powers that you tagged that last time.
Oh.
Don't forget.
Let's see.
Because I think
then...
either hustle or jack of trades you may have just broken to get to the next level.
I'm going to tag the hustle, because I'm going to apply the attention to the hustle because I am hustling.
Yeah.
Here
and remember,
we go.
you can always burn a tag. I mean, never mind.
Damn.
I didn't say anything.
Oh man, look at that roll!
Success. As immediately she looks at you, And she kind of looks back at her crew, and you obviously know she's in charge because immediately she turns, she's all serious face when she puts her hand on you. She's like, "What are we gonna do with this guy?" And she looks back, and she looks back at you with this stern face, and you can see she just like breaks mid hardcore face, and she's like, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing. Get this guy a beer. He's working hard. He's got to be one of Hans's day labor folks. And she reaches over to one of the drug bags that you kind of ripped a little opening in when you landed with a poof, and she gives herself a finger full of snort and totally offers you one if you want. And you see this mini fridge get open across the room as the guys relay a cerveza to you.
Thanks. Yeah, I better play ball and I'll accept the offer.
As you take the snort.
Ooh.
And she's like, he's cool. He ain't no cop.
Oh,
He ain't no cop. Here, have a Corona. I'm sure Hans ain't treating you right. Not like the rest of us. And she's like, dude, you can take the stairs. It's safer.
See. Thank you.
But don't tell anybody we're up here. You got a trusting face as she smacks your cheek. Now the question is, what do you want for that power 2? Are you wanting a relationship here? Are you gonna pull a machismo?
I am not going to pull a machismo. I've already claimed to be a day laborer. I am not. I am not Razor Ramon, and I know it.
You had a great success with Power 2. I mean, you convinced them, no problem.
Yeah.
Could you get something that might be an advantage later on, like
you could totally
like a physical thing.
Power 2 tag that I'm supposed to be here. You know, a status of I'm supposed to be here for the club.
Yeah, actually, if I could do that as a temporary tag.
Yeah, take a temporary status of I'm supposed to be here and just put like club in parentheses. And pretty much anyone in this room right now will vouch for you at a future date in this location saying, oh no, it's cool, he works here. Think about it. That's too juicy to leave behind. Get it? Juicy.
Yeah.
Bad City of Mist joke.
Is there a way to clear out my previous tags?
The good ones you can clear out on your own. The bad ones you have to work on downtime.
Oh no! I mean, I still had tags from the last case on my character sheet.
Yeah, those temporary ones you can go ahead and just clear out.
Okay, cool. I've added. Okay, so I've created my temporary tag of I'm supposed to be here.
Hey, and 2 dice to sneak around. It's too good to turn away.
Actually, if it's okay with you, you're right. Hans doesn't treat me as well. Is there any chance I can just hang out with you guys for a bit?
Ooh, she's totally cool with it, and she's just
very good.
Get off the drugs and go sit on the couch. Yeah, Hans, him and his sister are douchebags. I mean, they're paying us good to secure this place and let us use it as a warehouse, but they're total douchebags. As you totally sit down and one of the other, affiliate members sits down with you and clinks beers, and he's like, this is a pretty good gig if you can join the organization.
What is this organization?
And he immediately is all super sly with you as he totally throws off gang sign. And you're just like, oh, gang sign. Are you aware of any of the local affiliate gangs? Does Rico go in those circles?
Just one. Just one. But I don't know if they'd be considered a gang. Have you ever heard of the Red Caps?
And he's like, "Ooh, the Red Caps are some hardcore biker shit, man. We just do quiet stuff, protect our barrio. We sell a little smack," and he points at the piles of copious amounts of drugs. And for Hans and his sister, we've been dealing that stupid shit over there. That's just wrong. You should not make drugs look like candy. That's how you get kids hooked on some stuff.
Yeah, working the floor. I saw there were a lot of kids out there.
These kids are good money, man. They come in, they think they're all cool and trendy and on edge, and they go home back to the suburbia, and good money made for us, and they go back home thinking they're cool.
Okay, I can dig that. Though, just between you and me, you must be pulling in the ladies real easy, right?
And he immediately sits back and does that leisurely sit where he takes his bottle in one hand and puts his thumb in his belt loop and kind of pulls his pants out. He's like, "I do good with the ladies. I do really good with the ladies. The ladies do good with me. They even say. I mean, don't tell my moms, but I do really good. You looking for a wingman? You need to get hooked up. I got a sister. You look like a good guy."
Appreciate the thought.
Dude,
maybe
you are
later.
in there, man.
But basically, I'm going to try to stroke his ego and keep him talking as much as possible. Find out as much as I can about what's going on in here.
Oh, look at you pumping up for information. I like it.
Pumping in for information.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to specifically ask anything about the candy, but if I figure if I can stroke his ego enough, he may spill the beans about where it's made and such, because I already have a sample. The water guy gave it to me as I paid for the water.
That's true. That's very, very true.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, so I'm giving you a +1. What you gonna tag? And you can use the "I'm supposed to be here" if you want to use that. You can burn it now or
I am going. It's a one-time use, right?
Yep.
James?
Yeah. Did you hear me? Yeah, it's a one-time use.
Okay. Let's avoid that. Let's see here. I'm going to tag empathic connection.
Ooh, okay, that's a good one. You immediately are bonding with this guy. He's seen some stuff.
Tight like that.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's us,
and
yeah.
To stroke his ego, I think I'm going to go with convince. Or
yeah, convince is perfect to get him talking.
Or should I? Okay, I was debating between convince
perfect.
and change the game.
Convince would be a little tighter for right now.
Okay, sounds good. Here we go.
How'd you do? 7 mild.
Mild success. Okay, as he totally looks around and he's just like, "Bro, dude, be careful asking the wrong questions at the wrong place. I mean, if you're not careful asking those kind of questions, get you, and he totally while he takes a shot, drink of beer, he does the thumb across his neck, just as a little warning there. You know what I mean?
Understood.
And so you're gonna have a choice here. So if you pull up on the convince tab, you can see the choices. So he's going to give you a little information, but protect his own agenda. Which is not bad. It's not like something bad's going to happen. It's just that he's not going to give you anything about the gang in general. As he's just like, well... So what angle of question are you going that's every time you try to mention the gang or what they're involved in, he totally shuts down in the conversation. But what angle are you going for that's not involving the gang?
Let's hit up DJ Hans.
Ooh. As the music starts thumping.
The guy rolled in. Yeah.
And he's he's like, oh, that douchebag. Everybody thinks he's a douchebag. He calls this music. My mom's would roll in her grave if she had to listen to that kind of music. She wouldn't let me be thumping down the street with that kind of noise.
Agreed. But I mean, is he like what, new money?
Yeah,
from what I've heard, he just popped up on the scene, and yet he's pulling in these numbers.
It's because this Goomba and his sister Rachel, just came on the scene not too long ago, and Rachel's been like cooking up that crap over there, and is you guys are having your sidebar, there's totally a drug meeting going on of which places are getting what drugs and what duffel bags are being loaded up with what cash and going different places, and he points to the candy that nobody seems to be touching. There's a little pile of like 30-40 little blue peppermint candies there, and he's just like, Rachel and Hans brought that crap into the scene along with some cash, because apparently he's rich as shit right now. Apparently he came into some money, and they built this whole operation. They just pay us to be security on it. So we get to use the place when they're not doing their douchey shows, and we transport. And he starts to shut down when he talks about them and candy. He immediately like shuts down in case that whole "you're not a cop," and changes subject of apparently Hans's sister Rachel makes that shit. And he points at the candy and he's like, our boss says none of us are allowed to take that stuff. We don't even know what that stuff does. I mean, it just looks like peppermint candy, but blue. I mean, from what I heard, it tastes like just regular candy, and then people get all excited and shit about it. But I don't know what the big deal is. I mean, I've known drug users all my life, and this candy doesn't sound like a drug,
Well, you know what they say. Never dip into your own stash, right?
Right, and he clinks beers with you.
I had this uncle who sold tamales, and they were really good, but he dipped into his own stash, and now he's like 300 pounds now,
As he points and laughs at you and clinks the beer.
That is fantastic.
Remind me to trade out to the light beer. But then again, aren't we supposed to get married and fat when we're happy?
True. Anyway, I take a look at my beer, see that it's almost empty. If it's okay with you guys, I'm going to head over to that faulty wire and get that fixed.
And since you did have power 3, he's gonna name drop something. He's like, so I will tell you.
Ooh.
I mean, don't take that candy stuff, because there's this homie I used to, and he kind of shuts down on what he used to do, but local high school kid. Dude's name is Juan Del Mar. He's on the swim team down at the high school, and I used to deal in stuff. But he was all happy for some candy, and ever since he took it, dude's never been the same on a swim team. Like, don't tell anybody I'm the one that gave him the candy, but dude, that stuff, I don't know what it is, don't know what it does for you, but it changed that kid's life forever. So just make sure you stay away from the blue stuff. Stick to the powder. Everybody likes
That's
the snow,
the-
right?
Yeah,
It
that
used to have a
stuff
little
doesn't
white
come in other
residue on your-
colors, does it?
What, the candy? The
Yeah.
only stuff I've seen is the blue kind. I mean, that chick Rachel, crazy
Mhm.
chick. I mean, she's got like multicolored hair. She I think she tries to take too much of her stock, like your tamale uncle, if you know what I mean. She's got blue,
Yeah.
red, magenta hair. She's always chewing on candy canes, so it may come in candy cane type too, depending on how crazy she is. But I mean, she's not like douchebag Hans down there. As you point, you see he's got shoulder-length blonde hair with the big black glasses and his headphones and his multicolored clothes. Just watch out for his sister, Rachel. She's kind of crazy.
Crazy. Got it. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for the warning, and try to get the guy's name before I take off.
His name is totally going to be Raul. And he's totally like, I'll take your empty and I'll throw it away, man.
Gracias.
As he totally does this cool double-handed throw into the trash can across the room. And if you
cool.
want, you can ask one more question.
Actually, James, what's the name of the gang again?
They will totally go with the title of Barrio Soldiers is the full gang's name.
I thought it was like something serpent.
It was, but this is going with the old school name of the gang. Half of the crew has been assimilated recently, and he's an old OG.
And what's the current name?
The current name is the Crimson Serpents, is what the current street name is. But the OG name, since you're an OG with him, is the Barrio Soldiers. And by the way, dealing with any of the old school members of the gang, referring to the Barrio Soldiers as opposed to the Crimson Serpents will totally give you a +1.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, so let's see. So yeah, if you could bring in some other music, something of your own choice, what would you want? I mean, one of my bosses is in the music industry, and who knows? If you want to get rid of this guy, this DJ Hans, for something that you're going to like, I could try to put in a good word.
Yeah. As he's totally like, if you could get rid of Foxy, and he kind of like gestures out the window. You can't really see Foxy out there wheeling and dealing like she is. And douchebag Hans, dude, this place would make a great salsa place. Little Latin vibe, clean up the place, give it a woman's touch. My I have sisters who could totally turn this place to a salsa club, but there's no money in that, I mean,
Oh.
just make sure you keep that type of talk hush hush and don't let Foxy hear that because she's pushing to keep this place going because it's churning out the drugs.
Okay.
You can't miss her. She's got that white fur coat, and she's trouble, man. She's trouble.
Got it. So yeah, I'm
Is that the
going
one
to
that
walk.
threatened him initially?
That was totally the one that threatened you initially.
Okay,
But
with that,
then
I'm
Rico
going to go out the
convinced.
front door.
And he totally gives you the what's up
And you-
nod and the hand gestures as you leave. Chest thump.
Sure.
We're cool.
Return it. We're cool.
Super cool. We're cool. You cool. Mainly because I
you
realized
see
I made the
Cool.
gesture myself, so I should tell you I'm making the gesture.
And you see Rupert digging up his
Right.
books so intensely he has completely forgotten about your existence.
Your backup plan has gotten distracted.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to make my way, and I'm going to leave the office. I'm going to make my way up the stairs. Well, up above the office, and just try to hang out there for a little bit. And
You're having a Batman moment in the light rigging.
yeah.
I am Batman. I am Rico. Okay. And as you get up there, you totally look down. You see King with a bunch of people coming to schmooze King. Hans is busy spinning his turntables. Rupert's over there, forgetting to glance at the window, looking for the sign. Guy totally closes and locks the hatch that's there. You totally see Foxy moving amongst your crowd, opening her coat occasionally and handing stuff to her little minions that go out like she is the mothership. They flock to her with cash, and then they flock to her sidekick to get into the duffel bag, and then they flock off with different drugs. And
Right.
give me a quick investigate before the spotlight moves from you, because you're at a good vantage point. I'm going to give you a +1 for that.
Okay.
You're at a good vantage point.
I'm going to still tag temp worker and hardworking man.
Because you know how to climb up riggings.
I'm going to do that and keep the guise of I'm trying to fix something up here.
Look at me, I'm turning a little
And-
Titan thingy. I wiggle my
Yep.
elbow like it's tightening.
Yep. And you said investigate?
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna see what you can see. Okay.
Seriously.
So as you try to look around and see, just as you do, some of the lights like reflect off some of the flat surfaces in here and just kind of like blind you. So we got a miss. As you totally don't notice a bunch of people leaving the club.
Okay.
Classic.
That's bound to happen.
As
Come on.
one of the dudes is totally like, "Hey, you, get off the rigging," and it's one of the rigging guys there to fix the place. As they totally shoosh you off of there.
Sure. I'll
You're like, "Hey, I was
sheepishly
hired for day
walk away.
labor," and the dude's like, "Get out of here, you bum, you crazy drug addicts! I see that powder on your nose."
Yep.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
point.
no problem. I will take. I'll leave.
Okay,
Don't
and
put up a fight.
as he's climbing down the ladder for the rigging, the spotlight swings over to Rupert, who's totally engrossed in this research. This is research. It's Rupert's bread and butter. This is what he lives for. This is why he became a scientist. So what is Rupert doing? Besides seeing this room as full of potential subjects for a case study. Sounds so much worse when you say it that
For a
way.
dreadful, dreadful experiment.
Live long enough, you become the villain.
And anything that could be distracting him from his reading.
There's totally a dude talking to a woman about, try this new drug. My boss over there totally said you get a free try because you're special. And the way he says special kind of twerks your ear of creeper. Do you want to give me an investigate, or do you want to continue your research?
How do we find if Rupert hears anything?
That would be an investigate, or convince if you want to say, hey bro, come here and tell me about the special drug. I mean, the intellectual curiosity may have caught you.
Yeah, but he is so much into reading. He sometimes doesn't notice that anything is going on around.
Hey, he can totally just let it go. That's fine.
Yeah. So I guess it's what happens right now.
So that's totally up to Rupert. I mean, he can totally give the spotlight away, have it swing back over to King if he's going to stay engrossed in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As
fine.
in the background,
I mean,
you're totally reading the book, and the guy smacks your hand with the candy, and she goes running off, and you hear the crinkle of a wrapper opening up. As the spotlight swings back to King, just as DJ Hans goes, King, keep it in the house. And then, King has now got a retinue of cool and chic folks who the security guys are keeping back, and immediately, King, you're looking there, and you're schmoozing and socializing as a beautiful woman in a white fur coat, a fox fur coat, slides in and tries to sit on your lap. Do you allow her to come in and get all in your space?
Yeah, why not? Because I think we spot her when we first came in.
You did.
To the club.
Yes,
I think
this is Foxy.
I know. Yeah, I don't know exactly who. Yes, that's right, and I'm not sure how she fits into this. So I'm curious. I want to, in the most clean way, I want to pump her for information. Definitely.
As Foxy totally slides in and kind of does that, sits on one of your legs. It's not lewd, but it's very interesting. And she totally looks you in the eye.
Yes.
In a very
does she?
intimate manner.
So just yes.
And she looks at you and says, "So you're the king." And the way she says that, you totally get the sense that she has heard of you in the past.
Okay. What is her gig? I really want to look at, if you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Again, I'm thinking, I want to perhaps stretch my angelic might a little bit.
You would like to look through the mist?
Look through the mist. I really want to know what the hell is going on. Right, that's an actual move, is it, or is it a cinematic move?
That's a cinematic move.
Is it? I don't have to. It works in the same way, though, doesn't it?
Yep. It's basically the you could either do the stop holding back or finally some answers.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think we've done that one. So I still tag stuff, don't I?
Yep, you totally can tag stuff for the juice. Get the fruit, no
Okay,
good for the juice.
fine. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to go for divine intervention. I don't know whether Friends in the Mist would be applicable.
You could totally do that. Maybe you've heard some stories about her.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah, maybe.
Foxy
No, I
Supreme's
put
out
two
there,
and two
so
together. You know, Foxy Supreme. Yeah. Long forgotten secrets hang in the air like music. FO.
Ooh.
What else we got? Oh, everyone of any importance. What's that one? Everyone of any importance comes to the Ebony Lounge. Maybe she's been there before.
She may have slipped in. You never know.
Okay.
You know, maybe she slipped
Okay.
in, watched you perform, and left.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Right. Well, I've tagged those. So what am I doing? Finally, some answers?
Finally, some answers would totally work.
Fine. Come on, baby. Oh, why hasn't it rolled it?
Go ahead and click investigate. Sorry.
Ah, right. Okay. So that's right. I see. Sorry. So that's a core move. Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
If it's an investigate roll, I have got. If I use any of my psychopomp tags to investigate, then it's dynamite.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go for it.
Okay.
You're going to have
Sorry,
a whole bunch of questions I have to answer. As all of these spotlights move away and just the silver spotlight beams onto her, as she looks at you, and the second she makes this beautiful, seductive look up and down as she is appreciating what she's sitting on, her eyes totally flicker to a red foxlight set of eyes. As she looks at you, and behind you, like angelic wings flutter, as you kind of have this, for the Dresden fans out there, the eye contact. So,
yeah, love it.
You have
love it.
4 questions to ask. As you see this outline around her, as she is this giant sable, and when I say giant, like, giant, we're talking like, 10-foot tall, 4-foot wide sable fox that just exudes this sense of elusiveness.
Of what? Sorry.
Of elusiveness, like uncatchableness.
Elusiveness. Okay.
4 questions.
And
I cannot lie.
So it's very okay. So I don't. It's clear she is a rift.
It is absolutely, positively clear that she's a rift.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And at this point in your conversation, it's not a clue, but she totally believes you're a rift as well. You're totally having the Highlander moment.
I got no. Yeah, totally. Okay, I've got no problem with that. Right. Okay. What? What does she want?
What does Foxy want? That's a good question. Foxy wants to be, she's basically, you get the idea that she's a drug dealer. You've totally got the idea of that from everything you've been told.
Yep.
She wants to be the drug dealer. She is confident enough that she thinks she could rule the entire drug scene. You see, she's got this totally scammer thing going.
Sorry, when you say a scammer thing, what do you mean?
Basically, that she has multiple schemes going on at once. You know, she has many scams going all at once.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
She is willing to overexert herself
Yeah.
to become the predominant one.
Yeah, spinning lots of plates, lots of fingers in pies, that kind of thing. Yeah.
I don't know if we can make suggestions.
And I will also give you the she never wants to be caught as a little underlying thing. With all her schemes, she wants to make sure she always has an exit strategy. As you totally see her eyeball the exit door. And that's just one question.
Sorry, Neil, what did you say, mate? Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I want. I mean, if we can make suggestions as to what to ask. It sounded like the answer that you just got was for her logos. What does her mythos want?
That's a good question.
That's a really good question.
Yeah, I'll go with that, Jim.
Okay, for
that
her
is a
mythos,
really good question, man. Well done.
I'm gonna definitely double down on her mythos has an absolute terror of her being captured or caught.
Okay.
She has a absolute terror of being captured. Whether that means, you know, physically restrained or emotionally caged could even count. But her mythos definitely twitches towards the exit and always knows where a back door is. Whatever her mythos is this giant fox, it wants to be very elusive.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. I think I'm going to have to cut to the chase. I think I want to know. Okay, she wants to be the. I mean, I largely don't have a massive issue with it. But I want to try and get to the bottom of what is the deal with Candy. What is its? It's clearly got a flaw or a catch or a something. I think. Well, I've got a couple of suspicions of what it might do, but that's what I want to get to the bottom of. So I don't know what the question is. What is the deal with Candy?
You guys totally get kind of close, and she whispers into your ear, you know, so you want to get your heart's desires with some candy, do you? And she totally like opens her coat, and you see like a single candy wrapper in there, and she's just like, all you have to do is make a wish and take the candy, and you'll get whatever you want, King. And she totally like glances seductively down at her bosom in your face, and her soft, shimmery skin. And she just says, you don't need to for that. Just remember.
Okay. Yeah.
And she looks at you, and she has this coy quirk to her face that maybe she likes you and appreciates. You're a hustler. You made a club. And she says, I wouldn't recommend you take it more than once.
Yeah. And that in that point in the conversation, I'm going to say, yeah, there's a catch, isn't there? Why is that?
And she kind of looks kind of sheepishly as she's trying to elude the question. Thank you, Mythos. And she's like, I've never personally taken the candy. I'm not sure about what exactly the gingerbread house has going on when Rachel makes the candy, but I'd hate to see anyone that I think I could get closer with get in trouble with candy. As she kind of like shoves the candy that she was showing you deeper in the pocket that's hidden in the fur coat.
Okay.
As you have one question
Okay,
left.
so
I mean,
one question
you
left.
can keep pushing the
I'm
point. I
open to
can't lie.
questions, guys.
You can totally
No,
push the point.
No, I'm with you. Okay, yeah, because I want to know. I don't want to burn it, but does she know what happens when you take it twice?
She totally.
Because I don't know. I want whether
totally
the power
kinda
goes to somebody else.
looks around and she's trying to avoid answering the question, but then you look at her and she looks at your big puffy lips in this lighting, and she kind of licks her own lips, and she leans in real close, and you think she's gonna give you a kiss, but then she whispers in your ear, and she says, "Everyone besides Hans over there that has taken candy more than once has disappeared from the scene, if you know what I mean. Everyone." And she totally canoodles
Okay.
your ear.
Yeah, and I think as we kind of come to a conclusion in our little tete-a-tete, I will probably say something along the lines of, music is free. Music is a free spirit. It goes where it wants, comes and goes.
Oh, she kind of gets your drift.
I like the freedom of it. Yeah.
And she kind of gets up and pats her coat clear and totally leans in to give you a kiss on the cheek, and she just whispers, "I can respect needing to have one's freedom and space." And she totally just says, "Remember what
you know where I am.
Only take it once if you have to use it." And she totally saunters off as she draws her hand across your chest and shoulders. She leaves and saunters off in the crowd. And it's funny because even though it's a rave and there's people bouncing and partying and doing all craziness, she just glides through the crowd. Like there's an invisible buffer moving a path for her to walk through. Totally giving you a butt shot the whole way.
I'll take my hat off and I'll mop my brow with my my handkerchief from my top pocket.
And then everybody at the table who's trying to schmooze with King, they're just in awe. And one guy's like, "I have never seen her do that to someone ever." King is the shit.
King is in the house. Whew, mama. Right, so she mentioned someone called Rachel, who I don't know who that is. Okay, that's interesting. So, I think we need to maybe get our heads together.
Now the question is, well,
fine.
King is in recovery mode. Go ahead.
Is King what? Sorry.
What was your question?
Did she give me some candy?
She did not. She offered it.
Put it in my pocket.
She pushed her finger down, putting it deep in her pocket. She would prefer if King does not use the candy. Yes, as opposed to poor Rico, everyone's giving him fucking candy.
Which one of us took it? Did one of us take it?
No, Rupert I offered, but everybody said no.
Rico has access to candy, but he has not taken it yet.
Rupert, I thought Rupert took it, and that's how he got clean from Tronk.
Well, he analyzed it and had a great success for the analyzation. Oh yeah, that's right. He dosed on it. Yeah, that's right. He dosed on it.
Yeah. He accidentally ingested.
Yeah, we got.
Right. I remember.
We got one sample from Cole's bribe money, and then we got that's what Rupert used to do the analysis, and then we got a second sample when I bought some water from the water boy.
Yep. You got the one from Douche Boy Hans and the other one that you actually bought.
Yep.
So you do still have a sample. I mean, Foxy was offering you one until you started opening up to her, and she's just like, "I'd prefer you don't take it."
I can respect that. I can respect that.
However, you do look over on the table, and somehow she left a card that just has a phone number on it.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a black card with silver inlay that's got the number and just a picture of like a swooshy, pretty silver fox.
Ah, very good. Just like that thing in American Psycho where it's like, who's got the better business card?
It's been forever since I've seen that one.
Have you? I'm just off the subject slightly, but have you seen there's a little video of that with role players and they're comparing dice?
No.
Yeah.
It's out there on the internet somewhere, and it's exactly the scene from American Psycho with the business cards, but it's all kind of, with different D20s, and it's very good. Very
Where they're having the power play of who's got the sexier card or the sexier dice.
Exactly. Dice, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So while
this one comes in a metal tin.
Recovering from this hot moment in the club, obviously it's the lack of air conditioning. Do you guys come join King at the table?
I do.
What about Rupert?
Yeah, Rupert is in another world, I think.
If anybody comes and invites me.
Does Rico say let's join King at the table?
Yeah. I will join King at the table.
Conveniently, the timing is perfect that two people leave the table that were schmoozing with King to get back to partying, and a fresh bottle of Grey Goose was dropped off at the table with fresh glasses as you two sit on either side of King.
Wow.
And we'll say that's a good place to take a quick restroom, food, drink break.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Okay.
What?
Interesting. Mm.
Ninja.
What?
I'm back.
Oh, well done. Where did you go?
Totally went to get some donuts and milk and feed the wife. And feed the cats.
Oh,
I'm ready when you guys are.
Alright, sounds like we're good to go
excellent,
if Rupert is
Smith.
here.
Stand by. It sounds like.
Let's pretend he's not here and let's look what happens.
Like he's got his nose in a book, you mean?
As he puts his science lab on the table
Exactly.
with a loud clunk.
Excellent. That's why you're no fun at parties, Rupert.
I'm getting a complaint about rules of City of Mist. There are so many options that I will never in my remaining life will be able to master them, more or less. Just skimming on the surface all the time.
It's true, it is very rules heavy. Though I do still have for the weekend
It
my
is.
But remember, with Powered by the Apocalypse, is there's lots of rules, but you only use the ones that you need to worry about.
Talking about that, is anyone going to take part in the? What is it? I saw that they're partnering up with Start Playing Games to demo the new City of Mist setting.
Oh, the new game.
The Legends of Mist.
Yeah.
New one. Legends of the Mist.
Yep, I backed them at the
No, I haven't really
PDO
looked in.
level.
Yeah, I haven't
okay.
signed up for a game yet, but I want to try it.
On the plus side, I finally got
Who-
they
who's
finally
that?
released Metro, which is their cyberpunk setting.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Has that come out already?
Yeah.
The official one has not, but it's like revision 0.9 so far. If you back the Kickstarter, they've been downloading the updates on Drive-Thru-RPG.
Okay,
And
I
the
haven't been
artwork
keeping
is
up
great.
with it.
I mean, it's
Cool.
City of, it's Son of Oak. Their artwork is always top notch.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I couldn't stand the temptation and I backed it with paper book format.
Oh, did you? Fair enough. Good for
Yeah.
you, man.
Yeah. And I'm so sorrowful that the term fulfillment term is next year.
Yeah. That's why I only went with the PDF version, because you get the PDF before you get the real book. We've all learned since COVID,
Yeah.
getting the Dead Tree copy is a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even which was the one I backed the the Avatar one,
Mhm.
Avatar Legends, and
Oh,
even
I
then
love
when
that.
I got the book, they were all damaged. So I was
Oh,
like, no. But to be
Yeah,
fair, to be fair to them, they did send me some more copies with no fuss. They
that's
were
that.
really
nice.
good.
I opted for
Yeah.
the PDF, the electronic copies, but you have to set up a demi-plane account in order to access the material.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can you download them from it or not?
No.
Could you get them
Them,
on
Oh.
them I
BackerKit? Because I
what?
know on BackerKit that's how I got my PDFs.
Yeah, I'm sure I
I
got the PDF.
I never got PDFs. I just got the code to set up the account on demi-plane.
Try logging
What
in
is
Oh right, yeah.
Plane?
to BackerKit, and BackerKit should have the PDFs for you. And if not the actual PDF, it should give you a link to go straight to the source material. Because that's how I got mine, was
Okay.
through BackerKit. Because I got the real copy and the PDF copy. Because I got to,
Mhm.
before it came out, I got to play with Magpie Games over at RingCon, and I was hooked on the game. The card mechanic for the game sets it off. It really does. It gives it that kung fu feel. It takes the Power by the Apocalypse part of the game, but then when it breaks off into combat, it turns into a kung fu game when you're using. Even if you're not a bender, you still are competent in a fight. And the whole restricting your enemies' attacks, oh, that's some awesome shit.
Okay. To be honest, I live in one of those areas where everybody wants to play, but nobody wants to run.
Oh, those are the worst.
So it's like if I really want to do anything with the game, then I have to sit down, read the rules, and then set up everything.
Yeah, and then run it. Yeah.
Yeah, Avatar
Well,
is
the other
totally
option is
worth a play.
try and do it online like we are.
Yeah.
Still, it's better than a situation in my area where nobody plays or runs anything except Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder.
Oh, really?
And when we talk with them, they consider all other games just lower quality imitations.
Sounds like
Really?
somebody needs to educate them, Gintis. Come on.
This is true.
Oh,
How did you get away with Fiasco in that kind of area?
I have run Fiasco mostly with total noobs. People who are first time playing any role playing game at all.
Oh,
And if
okay,
you
okay.
and if you
And
label it
with
as
they're not
improv,
jaded.
it's role play.
And with one single exception, there was one game of Pathfinder once, which I took part in, and it resulted with TPK half an hour from start,
Oh,
and
No.
then somebody who knew me said, "Okay, maybe let's play Fiasco today to avoid frustration."
it's like maybe we do something else
But
for the
it's
next 3.5 hours.
yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Power of the
good.
TPK.
Well,
Though I will say I've yet to play
Yeah.
the second edition of Pathfinder or Starfinder.
I ran
was there a
Starfinder once. Not an easy game.
Very crunchy.
No? Why not? Oh, is it?
It's crunchy
Yeah.
because I mean it's like, I mean it is Pathfinder.
Yep. And Pathfinder
Yeah.
books are huge tomes.
Oh yeah, you could kill someone with it if you really wanted to.
I've dropped a first edition Pathfinder book on a foot. I know.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, people wanted to try Pathfinder or Starfinder. I said, okay, well, I got this Starfinder stuff, so let's give it a whirl. And I ran a demo game. So it was like, it was off of a module or one of their adventure path books. And it was okay, but because I gave the players pre-gen characters, they didn't know anything about character creation or character advancement.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, here's a pre-gen character. This is just a template. Play what you want. Pick your template. Play that. And it's like, okay. And then we got down to getting bogged into the minutia of where do we go from here, and how can I plan my path, my character path, because the people that I was playing with, they essentially map levels 1 through 20
Yep. Yeah,
ahead of
that sounds
time.
like
Oh,
Pathfinder
right.
players. You got to pick
Yeah,
every talent
and it's
10
like,
levels in advance to get to the one you want.
yeah,
Yeah, get the prereqs, yeah.
yeah, and it's like, okay, and then it's like, okay, this is all great and all, but is this something that we really want to do? And they were caught up in the minutia of character creation, and I was caught up in, okay, how do I build a plot from this campaign setting? Because it's like it's like actual Pathfinder. You pick an area of the realm, and then you build a story from there. And then if you decide, oh, I'm going to take my starship and I'm going to head on out into open space. Open space becomes its own realm.
Yep. It's literally
Then
kitchen
building
sink,
stories from
you
there
know?
becomes a real pain.
Yeah, because it's totally a kitchen sink of you can go anywhere and everywhere you want to go. You know, they embrace
Yeah.
all the tropes. But yeah,
Well,
if you get a chance,
talking about
Avatar,
improv.
play it. Do we need to have an Avatar one shot?
Yeah, we played it on my Wednesday group, and we had mixed feelings about it. But I don't know whether we played it right, or I know what you mean about the combat thing though, because it kind of shifts. The game shifts, doesn't it?
Yeah, when
From
it goes from a
right,
macro
this
to
is
a
clearly
micro. Yeah, because all of a sudden it's powered by the apocalypse.
that's right.
Until you
Yeah,
get to a fight where it's literally your everyday kung fu movie where everybody does the kung fu pose and then it's like fight, and then it goes to the card game where you pick defense, maneuver, or evasion or attack.
that's right. Yeah,
And players get to tactically coordinate, and the GM's NPCs don't. So the GM will pick what card, what bad guys are doing, and then you guys coordinate. So, like if you have a waterbender who's good at maneuvers, or your waterbending power uses a maneuver instead of an attack to attack, and you can basically, if you succeed, cut off the next turn maneuvers on people. So if you want, you can totally do this cinematic bit where I grab his legs with ice so he no longer can maneuver on his turn. And then the firebender in the group goes for the attack, so we get some damage on him. And then the weapons guy totally goes off and throws a attack that cuts him off from being able to do evade or investigate. So it's basically only bad guy can attack next round. That's it. So you basically control the narrative of the fight using the cards. And it really does feel like a kung fu movie when you're playing it out, especially once everybody's comfortable picking and flipping, or picking, showing their teammates and flipping, because it's supposed to be players should coordinate because you know each other, you fought together, And the nice thing is you get to pick what era of Avatar's world you're in, which is great. Because if you've ever followed the comic books, they cover different eras with different problems. And they flat out tell you in the narrative part of the book of if you pick this era, here's what you're most likely going to encounter. And thankfully, benders don't have a boost over anyone else. So it's not like the old Star Wars where Jedis had it better than everybody else. Because you're either one of the benders or you're technology based, which is totally in the Korra era, but it can be used, tech can be used in any era because people invent and create, or warrior based. So you have some kind of warrior tradition like the Kyoshi warriors, which, by the way, if you've watched the Netflix Avatar, they did a great job translating the Kyoshi warriors to live action. Hell,
Nice.
for Sokka's
Haven't had a chance
heartthrob,
yet. But
I haven't seen one yet. We haven't quite got around.
We just started watching it yesterday since we were both home.
Awesome.
But yeah, the gal that was picked for Sokka's girlfriend, they picked a beautiful actress to play her because in the Kyoshi makeup, her eyes just pop. It's like comic book quality of the look.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
So definitely watch it. I cannot say enough good things about it. But as the spotlight spins back down in the club, there's totally someone playing Avatar on one of the big screens. As you guys basically are back together as a group, there's loud music. There's some folks sitting there having sidebars of their own as you three can talk to each other. What do you guys do? Are you gonna collectively leave the club and talk? Are you gonna talk there? King gonna blow his horn and go grab Foxy?
Leave.
I think we should tactically leave because I think although there might still be opportunities here, we need to decide on a course of action. I think I'll say I found out some things. I don't know whether you guys have found out some things, but I think we need to talk and come up with a plan.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys pretty much,
Rupert, you with me, buddy?
What? What did you say?
What? I was reading about covalent bonds.
Oh, bombs! Really? Shall I switch off the electricity? No.
No.
No. Oh.
What? And I'm gonna look at you like all surprised. It's like, why would you even say that?
Oh, Rico asked me. He needed help. I don't know.
I'm gonna look at Rico like.
Do I see Rico? Is Rico nearby?
Yeah. You're all
I'm
sitting
at the table.
the same table.
Yeah, we're all at the table together.
Rico, you are here. So how did it go? You still need my help?
No, I made it out of there safely. I don't need help.
I'm happy to hear that. All right. So shall we go?
Yes, actually, we have much to talk about.
Okay.
We have a lot to talk about, and maybe a little bit of work for you, Rupert.
And
I think.
And Rupert promptly walks out, still reading the book.
Hey, he's got a great notion, and he has no chemical
Maybe I have to
dependence.
Hey. Yeah. Maybe I have to steer him. Left a bit as he leaves the club. And I think we should. What kind of time of day is it? Are people still coming, or are they there and now they're leaving? What's the gig?
Around the building, and it's like it's near midnight because the place didn't start banging until 10 o'clock.
Oh wow!
King is kind of jealous that he's got such lines.
Yeah. Well,
as you totally hear as you walk out, and King has left the building. Apparently, DJ Hans is totally one of your biggest fans now instead of the douchebag he was a little while ago.
And still in the douchebag. Yeah, I can see where that's coming from. Fine. I'll just kind of, peace out. I'll kind of give him the peace out and do one. Well, that wasn't a subtle exit, but never mind. We need to go and talk, and I could do with some coffee. I drank a lot of vodka in there.
Are we going back to the diner or the club?
Actually, before we go, I'm going to take a look around and see if water is the only recovery option offered here.
It does look like water is the only thing they offer.
Okay. Rupert, you did a chemical analysis of this candy stuff.
Oh, really? I did. Did you give it to me? I don't remember.
What do you mean?
Fantastic.
I thought that's what you took and broke it down and found out that the little rat boy was. There was evidence of that little rat boy in the ingredients.
Oh,
Obviously,
yeah,
Rat Boy just licked it. Is what you're thinking.
Remember it vaguely. So let's look at my notes. Wait a second. And he
I love it.
he switches pages to and fro.
So
what did you want to know?
Yeah, is there? Yeah, I was wondering if. Damn it! Stupid cat somehow unlocks the backend HTTP code.
Oh no!
To Office
Control
notes.
U.
Because cats make the best programmers.
He pressed Control U.
Yeah, no. So I was wondering if it would be easy to formulate something other than water to quickly recover from the side effects of the drugs that are being sold at this rave.
Ooh, a detox electrolyte drink.
Are you talking about?
Oh,
are you talking about like the mundane drugs rather than the kind of
I mean, we saw a lot of mundane people taking candy.
No, you only.
The thing is
you didn't see many mundane.
It doesn't have an effect on them. Doesn't have an effect on them.
I don't know if it doesn't have an effect on them. I mean, okay, so
I'll give you investigate if you'd like to do a free investigate to get some details. How about that?
Sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to tag technical troubleshooting as my only tag.
Totally
for
give
this
you
investigate check.
A plus and a minus because I'm a jerk like that.
Okay.
Plus because you're getting the idea of how this operation works, and a minus because of the distracting clubness.
Okay, I'm taking off the other two tags that I had from my last roll.
Okay. If you ever need to do it in a hurry, if you just click reset in the power box, it'll uncheck any box.
Reset, yeah.
Yeah, but won't that undo what you did?
Are we just outside the club?
This is as you guys.
I think he was trying to do something for.
Yeah, he's basically Rico's got ideas, and we're gonna verify these ideas.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, so I tagged technical troubleshooting for 1. You gave me a -1 on this roll,
and a plus.
But I still have a power of 1.
Yep, because I gave you a +1 and a -1, so they neutralize each other.
Okay.
It's just me being a jerk and adding pips to it.
Got it. No, that's cool. Let's see. Here we go. Investigate. Mild success.
Mild success. So you have one question which I can answer only truthfully.
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Does candy... Is there any evidence that candy affects the mundanes?
You're pretty sure, because I'm giving you a fuzzy answer for a mild success, you're pretty sure that it was only being peddled to riffs. As you know, you're part of the mist community now. You recognize some mists, some riffs, and you're pretty sure it's only been peddled to riffs with that investigation check. I just want to make sure you're not on a false trail. I just want to be fair with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay. So I get us to my car, and we get in. So
okay.
I made my way up into the office, but I got caught.
Oh yeah.
I did some fast. Yeah, I'm fine. I did some fast talking to get off the hook on that one, and I started talking with one of the lower end gang members. So apparently these people were originally known as the Barrio Soldiers, a local street gang, peddle drugs and mundane stuff.
The heavies we've seen in there, or the kind of DJ guy.
No, the heavies.
Oh, so, okay, all right.
So the thing is that they're getting paid by DJ Hans as security for his operation. Apparently, DJ Hans does his performances to bring in the younger crowds, and it's his sister Rachel that's actually making the stuff.
That makes sense.
I think that they're working with Foxy to distribute it. The Crimson Serpents, who are formerly known as the Barrio Soldiers, run the security, and they transport the product from location to location. I didn't catch all the details about what their latest deliveries were, but
no.
The thing is that the Barrio Soldiers don't like doing business with DJ Hans and Rachel, because from what I saw up there, it's like the kilos of coke that they had up there was what was moving, and they were stuck with a huge pile of candy that they just were not moving.
Okay.
So I get the feeling that if there's a way for them to break ties and with DJ Hans and Rachel and still keep their cash flow, they would be happy.
Right.
But we need to follow. But from what I gathered, if we need to figure out and tail some of the Barrio Soldiers in order to figure out where their distribution hub is and where their drop-offs are, if we're going to make a dent in this candy stuff.
Yeah,
there's one other lead. Apparently, this guy that I was talking to, he provided, he gave someone some candy. A kid named Juan Del Mar. He was a member of the swim team, and he says that this kid wasn't the same, which means that until we investigate it, leads me to believe that the kid is still alive. What condition is he in is unknown, and the fact that this guy was talking about Juan as if he's still around leads me to believe that maybe he's a mundane or he's a mist that only took the first shot.
Maybe. Yeah.
But worth
It's
looking
certainly
into.
worth looking into. Yeah. Well, that kind of makes sense now, but I wonder whether we're going the wrong way. I mean, if this Rachel, right, this is, I spoke to Foxy, and let's just say we're on good terms. So, and she runs the gang, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
She wants to be the drug dealer, not just a drug dealer, the drug dealer. And she says that Rachel basically makes this stuff, makes candy, and she is hands assistant. So if we can just find her and find out what the hell is going on. But the thing is, Foxy was, I think she's quite obvious. It's obvious that she knows that it only affects riffs, or at least affects riffs. But if you take it once, that's fine. If you take it twice, then she says you disappear. And the only person who has taken it more than once and is fine, is probably better than fine, it's Hans. And it's strange that he is the manufacturer. So I'm speculating here, but jazz is all about improvisation. So what if you take it once and you get your heart's desire, and you take it twice and somebody else gets your heart's desire? What if you become the thing? What if you become the pill? I know that's wild, but just putting it out there.
Okay.
So I think if we find, we could probably appreciate these guys. This distribution. That's fine. And it would be interesting to find this kid, and if he's still about. This. What did you say? He was on a swim team or something?
Mm-hmm.
If we can find him, he's still about, then we might have something a bit more concrete, but I don't know whether we're going to get close enough to Hans, or whether he just does not have any idea. Maybe he's just a douchebag. Maybe Rachel is the real power behind it. Did we see... Do you know what she looks like, Rico?
Rachel?
Yeah.
I think that, well, I didn't get much of a description, just that she has this unique rainbow hair.
Uh-huh.
And that she's pretty crazy.
Well, that could account for quite a lot of people in that club. I don't know whether I saw anybody by that description, but I could have seen 100 people by that description.
Well, I made my way up into the rafters, and I didn't see anyone by that description there. And I mean, I made it backstage, so. But it'd be safe. But it was definitely clear that they don't cook the stuff here.
No. This is just where it gets given out, and maybe this is his dream. Maybe this is Hans's dream, to be successful and to have lots of people worshipping at his altar of music.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, from one music creator
you
to
know,
another. I like that.
Yeah.
So I know this is a weird question, but did anybody check to see who was a mythos? I couldn't risk it considering where I was.
Foxy was the only person clearly that I interacted with that was. She is like a free spirit. She wants to be the thing, but she's also sly and cunning and fears being trapped. And I totally get that. Totally get that. And I'm not necessarily looking to shut her down.
Did you see any kind of manifestation to her?
Yeah, she's a big cunning fox.
That's a good way of putting it.
Like just an ordinary fox, nine-tailed fox, or
You only saw.
Did you say it was crimson, Jim?
She was sable,
A single
giant
tail.
sable fox.
Sable. What's that? Kind of
White,
dappled, is it?
like silver white.
Silver white. Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'll show him the card because it's got a silver fox on it. But
sort of polar ones.
Like a moonlight fox, like a moonlight fox, But I'm not convinced she's the bad guy here. I get what she's doing. Perhaps it's not the best thing, but maybe she's just the distributor or whatever, or her goons are the distributors.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. My judgment could be clouded. Someone could have spilled coffee on my musical annotations, and now I'm just, playing on my own.
So, there was one other question that came up. I wasn't exactly sure.
How to bring this one up. Well, Rupert asked this, but are you and Dr. Knight still a thing, or?
Well, that would be your friend who's missing.
That would be.
That's Cole.
No, it wasn't me. No, I mean that's a whole pile of crazy. I ain't going near.
Okay.
No, that's that's Cole.
I look back at Rupert.
Why is it the guy who's trying to look for a woman is never finding the woman he's looking for?
Yeah, but Rupert was the one that said that you two were an item. Anyway.
Me?
Yeah. I mean, well, okay, so.
No, Cole. Listen, Cole got all weird with her. Like
right.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah. So on the other hand,
he's rich, handsome, charming, well dressed. Many of the things I'm not.
No. Many of the things that all of us collectively are not.
So, I think we need to find Rachel, and I think we need to try and work out how or why you can't take it twice. What happens if you do?
I think we need to find.
Yeah, I think we do. And when I say what happens when you do, and I'll point a finger at Rupert, I don't mean experimenting on yourself. This is not some crazy Dr. Banner, Incredible Hulk shit. All right?
As you can totally hear. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, I think that we should find Juan first because he may be a living example of the answer to that question.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we could do that. Yep.
Also figure out the movements of the barrio warriors, and if we can track them, then maybe there's a way to figure out how the drugs are getting moved around the around the city, how the candy's getting moved around the city. Because the question does come up: if this stuff only affects myths, then how are the myths getting their hands on it? Someone's got to be advertising, which means that they know who is who or who is what.
Yeah, maybe.
Can't it be that man in black suit?
Man in black suit?
Suit.
You mean the gray man?
Oh,
yeah.
The gray man that Cole is obsessed with.
Oh yeah.
Who
are you
said
thinking, Rupert?
Who warned us to not use our powers in public
So what are you
places.
thinking? This is some kind of like rift contraceptive.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I don't think they have a hand in this. I mean, they warned us not to use our powers in public. They're not looking to wipe us out. I get the feeling that they're just trying to maintain the status quo.
Maybe.
And, you know,
maybe, but we can never be sure.
Yeah.
True. We can never be sure.
Yeah,
but
we don't know them good enough.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But I don't think that we have enough to assume that.
To go on, yeah. No, I give you that.
Sure.
I give you
yeah.
that. So, I think then look, Foxy gave me her card. So, I think if at some future point, if we wanted to try and arrange a meeting or something with Rachel, then we probably could, but we might need a cover story, which is the kind of thing I know Cole is kind of probably quite good at.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're right, Rico. I think we need to find this kid. If he's, you know what I mean? If he's somebody that's still in the game and we can talk to or look at or observe or, you know, and I'll say this with the greatest respect, and I'll kind of frown at Rupert, we could take samples from, then maybe that's also a way to go. Yeah, and the other thing is obviously, like you say, you know, we could find out through this gang what the distribution is and how they're finding out who is a rift, or maybe it's just pushing. Who knows? Maybe they've got maybe they've got a spotter. Who knows? Maybe they've got somebody who can see rifts.
Okay, so here's the thing. We know that there's a group called the Barrio Soldiers who are essentially the hired muscle to DJ Hans and Rachel. But Foxy is the dealer, and she's head of the underground Nagas. So, who are the underground Nagas?
Oh, have I got that wrong then? Is she not the head of the gang?
She is the head of a gang. She is the head of a gang.
Yep.
But she's not the head of the gang the Crimson. Okay, so
The
the
Barrio
history is
Soldiers and the
there was
Crimson
a gang. So there was a gang called the Barrio Soldiers who operated in the city. Something happened. They broke up, and then they got reunified under the banner of the Crimson Serpent. But there's this other group that Foxy is the head of, called the Underground Nagas, and we don't exactly. It doesn't sound like the Crimson Serpents and the Underground Nagas are one and the same. Because while Foxy was down on the floor, I met this gal clad in red leather who was their El Jefe.
Oh.
So I'm thinking that those are different groups.
Yes, you definitely have the idea that Foxy is unifying some lesser groups to reinforce her organization. With her recent influx of cash and
what's
drugs.
a Naga?
What's a what?
What is a Naga?
Is that in character or out of character?
Rupert, you're
Sorry? Didn't hear.
Naga.
He's asking, what is a Naga? In character.
They're called the Underground. What's a Naga? What is a Naga?
Well, I've not met any information particular about such a topic.
We could do some library research.
Yeah, maybe we could just find out.
If necessary, I can go to the library. Well, not right now. Rupert looks at his watch.
No, because it's midnight.
Yeah.
Come on.
The university library is always open.
You know the library is always open in the City of Mist. Come on.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It was just a dumb question. You know what I mean? I don't think anything hinges on it, but I don't really know what that is. And the other thing is, man, I appreciate, we've got all these guys with wacky powers and, we've dealt with lots of people, but this gang business, do you know what I mean? These are some serious motherfuckers. Are you sure we should be messing with these guys?
I mean, it's a valid question.
They're gangsters with.
I would rather avoid the criminal element if possible.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what I mean. That's what we're proposing, though, isn't it? If we're going to find out where they're making their drops or doing their distribution, then we're going to be running into them, or the last thing I want is a lot of regular innocent people come to my place. The last thing I want is it full of gunfire and idiots. Do you know what I mean? Who want to get back at us? And I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. Just I'm a musician, not a businessman.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from on that.
The last thing I want is Mrs. Miggins, who runs a pie shop, getting a 9mm through the forehead because we've gone and interrupted some drug supplies.
Then how about we put a pin in this, call it a night, and think it over and come up with some ideas tomorrow?
Yeah, I think so. Although I think going to see this kid is a good idea, but we can do that tomorrow. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I need some time to find this kid.
Where did you say he was? A high school somewhere?
Yeah. He was on the high school swim team, but
Well, that kind of thing
from
makes the
what my
papers all the
game
time, doesn't
buddy
it?
said, he said he wasn't the same. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's gone, but at the same time, if something bad happened to him, he may have been withdrawn from school.
Maybe, or maybe something weird happened to him. Maybe he wanted to be the best swimmer ever, and now he's a merman.
Possibly, but let's put a pin in this. Take some time to think things over. We can do our own research, and
Yeah, maybe we can discuss it with Cole as well.
Yeah, meet back up and discuss the leads, because I know that I'm going to need time to find this kid.
Yeah, and right, in that case, Rupert, if we do find this kid, maybe you can think of something scientific that we could do. If we could find him, maybe we can analyze something about him. I don't know science, man. I don't know science. So you've got to. Do you know what I mean? Maybe there's something you can do or take from him that could give us a lead.
Sure.
Just a thought.
Sure. Taking samples and
Yeah.
and analyzing them, it's always possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know what.
mean,
I don't intend you to cut this kid's brain open or anything. If we find him, we want to, I don't know, swab his fingernails or something. I don't know, whatever it is they do in those crime shows.
yeah, I agree. And on top of that, even if we can't find Rachel, I'm pretty sure that finding DJ Hans is going to be pretty easy. And
True.
one of us was eventually going to have to take a chance and take a look to see what DJ Hans is, which mythos.
Yeah. Well, I think I've probably got back in his good books now. So if we need an opportunity to get close to DJ Hans, then I think I will, I will swallow that pill.
Okay. So I'm going to drive us back to the club, and I figure that if it's okay with you, Jim, I think montage segment in order to move time along or something.
Yep, I was just gonna suggest that, since it's that time again.
Yep. No, that makes sense. We've got to a natural kind of right. Well, we need to come up with a plan. These are our suggestions. We need to regroup with Cole and maybe do some things in the meantime. I think that, perfect montage moment.
Yeah.
Whatever happens in the montage.
Okay.
Anything else to bring to the table? As you guys are collecting
Anything you found out, Rupert?
Nothing new yet. Still working.
Nothing new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait.
You didn't see it?
Nothing new?
Go on.
Oh no! Last time I saw Rupert on the dance floor, he had his nose in a book.
Yeah, well, he's just that guy you bring to parties, and he sits in the corner.
Yeah, but what were you reading, Rupert?
I was reading the handbooks.
They were handing out handbooks there.
No. That's my university's university handbook. Chemical properties of complex organic substances.
Okay. Were you able to find anything useful in there? Anything that we could possibly use?
Oh, Rupert sighs. And then he says, Actually, I must confess, I have been a little bit obsessed with a different idea, and it's interfering with my participations today. Sorry, I thought that
What's on your
maybe I could change properties of some common substance like some drink to amplify how music influences the person who has drunk it. So then King with his trumpet could have a lot greater influence. So, but it's just an idea. I'm not sure if it works and how it works. I'm still working on it. But if necessary, I can put it aside and work for anything else we all need together. So I just need something to work on.
Yeah, an antidote.
Oh yeah, antidote. Yes, sure.
Something that something where if we should accidentally consume candy, you could administer that would neutralize the effect.
Ooh, see, that definitely sounds like a prepare for your next activity to do a change the game.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, perhaps.
Are you going to try for that?
Right now?
Yeah, as
No.
part of the downtown
Yeah, I think we're in a
montage.
downtime montage.
Yes, definitely I'm preparing for that. Completely
Excellent.
unavoidable.
I will make the world's ugliest copy paste. Watch this. It's going to come out atrocious. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I thought it would be way uglier looking. So during the downtime, as you guys, you all close the doors of the cab outside the club and you all go your different directions, you have your downtime montage. As the camera pans back through the city of mist, we get a montage of activity from the three of you guys. So you have downtime and you can choose to spend it in one of the following ways. You can give attention to one of your logos and tell everyone at the table how you're doing it and mark an attention. You can work the case, and if you do, tell us how you're doing it, and I will totally give you 3 clues because it means you're basically hitting the back streets instead of resting. You can explore your mythos, tell everyone at the table what you're doing, and you get 1 clue with a method of how to solve your mythos question. You can prepare your next activity, which definitely sounds like that's what Rupert's doing, and you can prepare to either recover a burned out tag or gain 3 juice with a method based on your description. You can choose under change the game. So you basically will have 3 juice to resisting candy, which would be handy. And you could choose to recover from your last activity if you have any burnt tags. Or if you would like to reduce some of your statuses that are negative, you can reduce the status by 1. And that's 1 pip, not 1 number. So who's picking what during the montage?
Okay. Well, I think I am going to, because I've said it a lot the last few sessions. I've said, one of my flaws for my one of my logos is, I'm a musician, not a businessman, and I realised that I think if this thing with hands is not a threat, but a kind of a bit of a wake up. It's like, oh, he's being successful, so come on, I can be successful. So I'm going to pay attention to my logos, the Ebony Lounge. So I'm going to go and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do counts and I'm going to go through the wages and I'm going to, do you know what I mean? I'm actually going to try and pay a little bit of attention.
You're gonna actually worry about your day job that you've been mostly ignoring, except for playing music, which is pretty damn good.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I think I am. I think, I realise, this whole conversation about, are we getting mixed up some bad guys? Look, some innocent people could get hurt. This is somewhere I care about, and the people that come here I care about, and I want to make it succeed.
Excellent.
So
And
that's
you're
my
worried about the home front,
yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So do I mark attention to?
Yep, you would go ahead and click one attention to it, and if it flips, then you would go ahead and need to do your homework of picking a new edition for it. No one is getting near cracking
No, I'm nowhere near that yet. But that's what I'm. So that was me. So I don't know about you guys.
I am going to work the case. I'm going to figure out where and how to locate this kid, Juan Del Mar, and find out as much about his background before we start looking for him.
I'll totally put that in the feed, so we're reminded that you have 3 clues about him.
And I'm considering where to get a lab rat to experiment upon, or several of them actually.
Are we
Because
talking
for
the two-legged or
mathematical
the
An
four-legged
awakened
statistics.
guy?
lab rat.
Sorry.
Oh, a two-legged or a four-legged?
Two-legged, four-legged, of course.
Just checking.
Or you could have
Haven't
two-legged ones, and they would make one four-legged one.
I haven't heard anybody making mutant rats with two legs only yet.
I mean, there was the Rat Boy.
There was, yeah, Jimmy the Rat-Faced Boy, or whatever his name was.
And I've been working on my
Sammy the
social
Rat.
tech. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hello, mate.
Hey, I was gonna say that voice. Sounds like someone I know, but it's off a little.
How you feeling?
Yeah, you're like, wait a minute, what's this? Yeah, no, I've been working. I disappeared to work on my burnt social skill.
Ah.
Fair enough.
So in that case,
I popped in.
The downtime montage. Are you up to doing something for next session? This is what
Could
Cole
be,
has been
depending on
doing
what
the
next
whole
session
time.
is, but this whole session I actually was working on my burnt tag. So I think I fixed one burnt social skill, and I still had one of them not burnt, or one still burnt. So I've been working on that. So yeah, I popped in. I've been listening to the last like 20 minutes, but didn't want to interrupt the flow.
Aww.
And then I popped in and listened briefly while Nico was getting himself into trouble.
So you were
glad to hear you survived.
So someone was
always a bonus.
spying on us.
Sneaky.
You could have. I know you heard
now.
just because you ignored the beeps when I entered the channel. Not my fault.
And as all of a sudden there's that classic mystery movie scene where we see a montage of Cole has been around this entire time watching you guys, clubbing with the club kids, went in with his own crowd, was totally there watching you guys leave, and facepalmed when King became
Working on my
famous.
social skill. Yeah, working on my social skills. So yes, I basically came in when you were figuring out the electric panel and rigging that all up and getting it set up to turn off the power if you were thrown out the window, and then going and taking a seat in the drug pile, and yeah.
Why
Okay.
does it sound to me like somebody honing his antisocial skills?
Well, I was talking to social people. That's the only way you increase your skill.
He
Not
wasn't socializing with
you
you
know.
guys.
Not to say your social skills lack, but so.
Good to hear
And
you.
then I popped in, like I said, about 20 minutes ago. Was listening to the wrap up. So
Cool.
And so Rupert,
Very
you
good.
you totally find a lab rat, and by lab rat we mean behind your apartment. You've got cages out in the alleyway. Random stray
Cages?
lab rats. That won't contaminate the experiment.
No, sterile.
Yeah, good enough.
And you're gonna
Good
be
enough for
doing
me.
the prepare for your next activity to make a counter agent to candy.
Of course.
Okay.
Why? What else?
So we've got Rupert
Definitely.
is preparing for his next activity as he's doing stuff in his laboratory. As you just see the shadow of a rat as he pours the liquid down its throat, and the rat starts contorting.
Sorry.
It's Frankenstein.
Always a classic.
As he takes the last scrapings of his experiment previously from the piece of candy on the petri dish and puts that in the concoction. And
Of course, we already got the party lab rat that's already played with the drugs.
Yep.
I was like, what the hell?
You mean I've already got one person to take the drug and get their heart's desire?
Yeah, when you had all that juice, I was thinking, yeah, I would have used the juice to resist the effects of the drug, but
Excellent. I mean, hey, and you guys have
that,
noticed
that was my first thought.
Rupert's behavior's completely changed from his regular dependent self, He's focused, he's hyper focused without, being, on edge. He's not twitching. I mean, Rupert has evolved, Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
For better or for worse, who knows?
As the camera pans and we see what Rupert's been up to with other experiments.
He probably has an aquarium full of turtles.
I can only think of the
And-
turtles.
and some of them don't look like turtles from usual school textbooks.
Right now he's working on the rat to mentor him. And we're going to have our own little ninja turtle army.
Cool.
Don't disclose my secrets, please.
Well, when we brought turtles in and you were already going to be experimenting on rats, I'm like, okay, there's a connection here.
Rupert and the half shell. Turtle power. As all of a sudden the turtle will totally become the rift of a kappa.
Right?
The Japanese demon with the ball on its head.
Yep.
Every time the turtle gets dry, he loses his powers.
Or it's the rift of Gamera.
That would be funny.
I like Gamera.
Gamera was the shit.
Right. That's our downtime, and that gives us.
Yep, that will be the downtime montage. Was there anything?
What are we looking next game?
That's a good question.
So I'm out the 16th, I'll be in Vegas, and then the following weekend I'll be out as well.
Oh, cool.
So
Mm.
one's a trip to Vegas for the national college basketball tournament for the area for the Pac-12
Oh,
here,
cool.
and then it's the last Pac-12 tournament ever because they're all splitting up, and then the following week's the national tournament. So I spend 4 days with my buddies, drinking beer and
Oh, good for you.
barbecuing and bullshitting and basketball.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be a fun
Beer,
time.
barbecue, bullshit, and basketball, and buddies, 5Bs.
So what was that? That was the 16th and the 23rd of March.
Yeah, the weekend, the Saturday the 16th, and then the following whatever that is. Yeah. Otherwise, I'm open.
Okay, let me
Yeah.
check my
Other
calendar.
than Iron Kingdoms, which is when, Jim, next week.
Yeah, I'm not free the first two Saturdays of March. I know that.
So it'd
First
be
weekend is Wild Wild West
the
Con, which
last
will
weekend of
be
March.
Yeah, me neither, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. So last weekend of March, right? There's only one more weekend after the 22nd, right?
Yeah, the 30th. I'm away on holiday, but actually I'm in the UK, and if the place I'm staying at has got Wi-Fi, I can always take my computer. So,
Cool.
yeah, that might be okay.
And I'll be good. I might be recovering from the day before. That's my birthday, so but I'll be good on Saturday.
so many March birthdays coming up.
Okay, so
All right.
as of right now, all my Saturdays are clear.
Okay.
Just check. Actually, no, that's not true.
They're all clear until you look.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, the 16th, there is a Razor Clan festival in Ocean Shore that I want to go to.
But so you
to what?
open the 30th. 30th looks like
16th
the
of
day
March.
right now.
So March 30th?
March 30th is clear.
All right. Rupert?
Not yet planned anything for March.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, I don't know
So
what the situation is with this place I'm going on holiday. I'll put it in the diary. And if it turns out that it's that it's duff, then I might have to bow out. But we can pencil it in. I've got no problem because I'm going away with a bunch of mates. We've got a big house in the north of England, but it's
nice.
it's real easy stuff. For a holiday we call Beer
cool.
Quest. We bring beer
nice.
with us from all over the country. And, yeah,
So you might be a little drunk and have an audience.
Maybe, I don't
Which is
know. I
okay.
mean, the fact is, the house we've booked has got something ridiculous like 12 rooms or something. And
Nice.
so
Okay.
there's probably about 20 of us going away. So usually people will split off and do stuff, and we play board games and drink beer and
Yeah.
just do day trips and
Well, that's
stuff.
awesome,
So
dude.
that'll be this. Yeah, it is. It's great. Yeah, done it probably as a big
I mean,
group.
if you got a
for
group
about
that does that on
10
a regular
years.
basis, that's
Before
awesome.
that,
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
yeah, we try and do it over the Easter holiday here.
Yeah.
Because the kids are off school for 2 weeks. So yeah, no, we've done some great stuff.
Cool.
We've been abroad as well doing it. Yeah, it's been really good.
Nice.
Nice.
But it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah,
All
as
right.
long as it's got
Let's-
Wi-Fi.
We'll shoot for 30th then.
That sounds like a
Yeah,
plan.
I'll pencil it in my little gnomes.
Already.
Oh, in fact, I wonder whether we will go into British summertime. Then we might be.
Oh.
Well, British
change
summertime might
time.
actually start the day. Yeah, it only changes it by an hour for me. But
Yeah.
British summertime might be British summertime might be the day after. Normally changes on the Sunday, the last Sunday in March.
Cool.
Whatever. You guys don't need to worry about
You'll actually get some warmth.
Sounds good.
that. Cool.
Well, good job,
Right,
guys. You
well
didn't
done,
get
everyone.
killed in the club, so that's good.
Yay! Yay!
As Cole has been
Wasn't so
I
hiding
sure.
love it when
behind
we
his
don't.
glasses, drinking.
Hoping nobody
And-
recognises him.
And practice your trumpet.
Yeah, I'm going to do that as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll catch you later.
All right.
Well done, everyone.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Jim. Appreciate it. Cheers.
Yep. Later.
Bye.
Bye.